morning, buenos dias, bonjour, buongiorno, annyeonghaseyo, aloha kakahakya. Welcome back to my vlog. As you can see, I'm on my way over to yet another doctor's appointment. Today's appointment should be fairly quick because it's simply a fibro scan. In case you don't know what that is, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Road closed. Yeah, you know, because it's always nice to get detoured when you're in a rush. Anyways, I was saying a fibro scan is an imaging study for your liver. 3 years ago in December, my last GI ordered a fibro scan, and I honestly don't remember why. And it turned out, according to that imaging study, that I had F3 fibrosis, which is basically a step up from cirrhosis. Then about a year later, I got a CT scan for inflammation that showed I had fatty liver, which made no sense. You either have one or have the other. So before I leave this duty station, before we leave Hawaii, I wanted to get a second or third opinion with this new nutritionist. She does fibro scans in her office. Gotta show you the view. I mean, at least Honolulu is nice. Yay, empty elevator. And tip of the knuckle right there. This is probably my 4th or 5th time here in the past month. I feel there are more people on the road now that the state is open again and businesses are open. Look at how many cars are on the stoplight. I love these buttons. No need to touch them. Well, that didn't work. Empty. Gotta push so many buttons. I don't touch anything. Empty. Gotta love Hawaii. Where am I going? Up here. I'm gonna miss Hawaii because I hear Alabama's not the same. It's like a bad dream. My liver is clear! Oh my gosh, I feel so relieved. You know what it's like for 6 years to be getting results with enterocolitis, pancolitis, mucosa, something like, oh, just thing after thing after thing, and then it's being told near Christmas that your liver has stage 3 scarring and that it also has a bit of fatty liver, which I was just explained. Fatty liver turns into scarring eventually. Then there are the recurring infections and the extraintestinal symptoms with the joint pain, the fatigue, the migraines, and the eczema. Oh, finally, it's been a full year of good results. I mean, flare aside in January, but after that, it's been no flares, no inflammation. All my levels have been super healthy except for protein, which we also fixed. And now my liver was the last thing, which the doctor explained that if indeed I ever did have it, it is healed. It is reversible. Scarring and fatty liver are both reversible because the liver can heal itself. If in fact these results, that's all scarring, were actually true, that it was drug-induced liver scarring, which I completely believed and understand because in 2017, I still wasn't in remission. I was on Remicade for about a year and a half. I was still taking steroids and I was taking so many antacids. I was taking Bentyl. I had been given morphine about 3 or 4 times. Then there were the antibiotics in the middle because of the recurring infection. So I totally believe it. I totally believe it. It was an awful year and my husband had been deployed from February to November. So it looks like it had been in pretty bad shape, but it's all good now. And I don't even care that my infusion is later. I'm gonna bask in this until I get home, and then I'll deal with the crumminess when it finally hits tonight. By the way, when was the last time you saw me with straight hair? Can you believe it's been almost a year since I cut my hair up here? This much grew in a year. Almost a year, actually. It's been like 11 months. All right, customer order's ready. Let's go. The beauty of prepaid packaging. I did not have to do that line. I don't know that you got to see it, but it went all the way to the back and there were people with like 5 and 6 packages each. I'm so grateful my husband got me that label making machine, or what is it? It's a shipping label printer. I'm going to take a quick minute here for those of you who are joining me for the first time. I have shown this stuff 4 or 5 times before because I've had about 4 or 5 infusions this year. It's every 2 months, so you do the math. This is the nurse's station that I set up. As you can see, this is my IV pole, and it's collapsible, so at least I can store it in the bathroom in a little corner where it doesn't take up any room at all. So then do this. Then over here I have my box of supplies. This is just a sharps bin. This is where they put all the needles and biohazards and whatever. So just leave that in the corner. Then over here I normally have this a lot tidier. All I have to do is take out these stackable bins that my husband got for me. I love my husband so much. He's so thoughtful. So I just take these out of here. I have 4 of them with different supplies inside. I try to organize them in the order in which I've seen them use this stuff. So here is an IV bag for my anaphylaxis kit. Then here, so you can see this is the first bin, I have my lidocaine cream to prevent from feeling too much, you know. Second bin is the actual needles. You have the tourniquet, different size needles. I honestly wouldn't even know how to tell you what these are. There are different ones. I don't know what they're for. There are syringes, and then things like this. So, you know, anything that is needle is in here. And for the really small ones, you can see these are reused or repurposed yogurt jars. This was a Yoplait French vanilla yogurt that I repurposed, and I repurposed a lot of these. You can find them all around my house. Third bin is alcohol swabs, Band-Aids. I'm guessing these are the IV starter kits. Ooh, I got it right. And then the last one is all the saline syringes to flush the line and get all the medication out. Then we have tubing, things like this. This is what it looks like. So they have everything visible and they don't have to rifle through bags and I have to put my dogs in the laundry room. So number 1, they don't distract my student. And number 2, they stop getting in the way because they just love asking for attention whenever somebody's over. You're gonna see that with my nurse because she loves my dogs. So I'm not gonna put them away. Anyway, I'm so behind on my pre-meds. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the lidocaine. Pre-meds are only half an hour before the infusion. The lidocaine is supposed to be an hour. For those of you joining me for the first time for this infusion, pre-meds for me are Benadryl or diphenhydramine and Tylenol or acetaminophen to help prevent migraines, which clearly doesn't always work, and allergic reactions. So here we go, 2 Tylenol, 1 Benadryl down the hatch. I'm closing my doors because I don't want her to see my messes. This is the only one I leave open. That's our guest bathroom. Here's my husband's pull-up bar. And then my office, which is obviously a mess, but when is it not, right? Here in the guest bathroom, I just make sure everything is nice and neat. I always make sure that the toilet is impeccable. Good, good. We have a waste bin, which actually I should use for the infusion, so no waste bin in the bathroom. And I gotta put away the iron. As you can see, we have the ironing board right there. Got some perfume for the bathroom. And the iron goes under the sink. Now I need a hand towel for my nurse, a bag for the waste bin, and I think I'm done. So I decided to get comfortable because by the time my infusion is done, I'm not gonna wanna do anything. So I got my comfiest pair of pants. My laptop is all set up because I forgot to tell you my husband is gonna join me for my infusion from the Big Island. I told you I love this man.
Of course I turn on the camera and the kid stops. He's been pretending his big wheel or his tricycle is a motorcycle for the past 10 minutes. And all I've been hearing. How does he not get tired?
Okay, I'm back. This infusion was definitely not a common one. If you've been watching the previous ones, then you know that this was just different. For starters, because this is my last infusion in Hawaii, my nurse kind of became my friend and we were just chatting away about everything. I also didn't get to show you the end when she removed the IV and put everything away, and she did inventory with me because my phone was actually charging. It was dying. It was at 15% battery. As you saw, my husband tried to be on the camera. There was just too much. I tried to get a selfie too because we like to do a picture for Instagram of my infusions, and the glare in his place, the exposure wasn't working. We tried lighting and everything. He ended up taking a screenshot on his end so I could post it. It didn't work out quite as planned, but at least you got to see most of it. In case you can't tell, I'm about to fall asleep. It's somewhere between the Benadryl and the infusion itself. And right now, my last infusion, oh my gosh, my last blood pressure was 97/59. So I have to sleep. But because this is the first time ever that I've had an infusion finish after 6, it's actually 7:40 right now, I need to eat, whereas typically I nap and then I have dinner. So here's a tip for you if you live alone or you're a military spouse and all of a sudden find yourself alone for an infusion. I made white rice yesterday. This is leftover from yesterday. So literally all I have to do is scoop some out, reheat it. Then I have some pouch salmon so I don't have to cook. Again, you can also heat this in the microwave. I don't like to do it. I'm falling asleep. But you can just mix this up with the warm rice so you can get a little bit of temperature. And of course, my avocado. So here I have a full meal, carbs, protein, fats. I do have a student tomorrow at 8 a.m., but because it's homework help and not an actual class, I don't have to plan anything, which is why I didn't cancel it. But I'm sure that the mom will understand if I have to cancel the last minute because I feel too awful to be on camera, or I can't even wake up. We'll see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to cover with you guys before I go, because I'm not gonna turn the camera back on. The only thing I always talk about in my videos is the IV sites, because it is an issue for me since I have scar tissue on my hands. My wrists are so-so. This one worked for my colonoscopy, which really surprised me. And in fact, she did get the vein. She was getting blood draw, but she couldn't push through the saline. So whatever the case was, it just wasn't working here. On this one though, she kind of had the same issue. She did have to do a little finagling with the catheter or the needle or whatever it is. It hurt a little bit, but it kind of felt like she broke through something, and it was a really weird feeling. I had never felt that before, where you get what you need and then my entire arm felt warm. I had never had that feeling before, and she had never run into that issue before, so it was a new experience for both of us. I'm feeling this very wet. Oh, it's bleeding. Okay, I gotta change this. And again, I already changed it to my comfy clothes, so even if I don't change into my pajamas, I'm still gonna be comfy if I fall asleep in these clothes. So that's another good tip for you guys. I'm still hydrating. I was drinking water during my infusion. I'm gonna drink some water now with my dinner. I'm gonna keep drinking water after I finish eating. Fingers crossed. No migraine. I might get one tomorrow. We'll see. If you guys are on Entyvio or Remicade, those are the only two that I have experiences with. Please let me know in the comments what your experience is like. Do you get migraines? Do you get nausea? Do you get fatigue? Do you get next day flu symptoms? Like, what's it like for you? Because I guarantee tomorrow I'm not gonna have an appetite. Might not get a headache or migraine, and I'm just gonna be so tired. Those are my guaranteed symptoms. So let me know what it's like for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a nice sleep tonight. I'm definitely gonna clock out, black out, just conk out tonight. I will see you tomorrow.